For me, the way that I build a watch list is kind of a process of elimination. So number one, I'm not gonna be trading biotech because that's not something I like to do. I'm also not gonna be trading utilities because that's not something that moves a lot. So you kind of figure out where you don't want to be trading and make sure that you don't start building your watch list with those names. But if you are going to be adding stocks to your watch list or build that watch list, and you're going to be finding it in sectors and industries that you like, as far as picking the stocks that are good, I like to make sure that they trade smoothly. I don't like very erratic stocks that kind of bounce back and forth a lot, mostly because I trade using moving averages, and so I need a stock that respects moving averages in order to be able to predict where they're going to go. So for me, got to make sure it trades smoothly. Another thing, check the volume. You don't want a stock where it's only 100,000 shares traded per day. You're going to be the only person buying this stock. You want to make sure that a lot of other people know about it and a lot of other people have interest in it and it's on their radar too. So a popular stock. Another thing that you want to consider is, what has it done in the past? Is this a stock that really just goes up and down kind of in a range and it's been doing it for months or years? Is there any growth potential to this stock? You want to see something that's a hot name, that's got some energy. That's the whole point of trading a stock, is that you want to buy it and have it actually go up. If you just find a stock that's been going sideways for a year or two, it's probably going to keep doing that, and it's probably not going to break out the time that you actually buy it. So make sure you buy something that actually has an upward trajectory. Another way to add to your watch list is you want to find sectors that are actually hot and energetic. So you think about rotation, and we get certain sectors that are hot, we get sectors that kind of fall out of favor. What you want to do is you want to find the best or strongest sector, and then you start finding the best and strongest names within those. You can use relative strength as part of that. You can use volume to see if there has been volume coming into certain names. And then you just kind of have to keep your ear down to the ground and say, okay, what is going on out there and what is being talked about right now? What is hot? What's interesting? This is how I made all that money several months ago, is because I found out what stocks were the most exciting and most interesting right now. Once your watch list is actually built and you have a bunch of names that you like to look through, don't expect to trade right now from them. You have to kind of build an understanding of these names. They tend to move in certain ways. They tend to move in waves and in groups. So just build a basket of names that you're going to start watching, and you start looking for these opportunities to actually get into a move. This isn't about just saying, oh, this whole group is gonna go. It's no, I wanna look at something and say, I'm gonna watch this now for some time and see if something sets up. And it can take some time for that to happen. You gotta have your rules, you gotta know what you're going for, and you gotta have your indicators to tell you when something is likely to move. And then also make sure that you are trying to trade in sync with the market. 80% of the names are gonna go with the market. So you're taking your sector, you're taking your industry, you're taking your stocks, make sure that they are ready to move or setting up when the market is actually amenable to that as well. One way to kind of address FOMO perhaps is, I do think it's important to scan for new names and see what's out there and what is actually firing on some of your indicator scans. But for me, I actually like to build my watch list, and I'll kind of go through my watch list each day or each couple of days. And the whole purpose of that is I actually build familiarity with these stocks. I see which ones are likely to move, which ones are really choppy, which ones do I want to stay away from, and I'll start weeding those out. And the stocks that I can tell actually have good energy, I'll stick with those names and I'll keep trading them over and over and over. And this way I don't get FOMO thinking that when I'm scanning, I'm gonna get the next best something that's ready to move right now. I like to kind of get to know the stocks in my watch list. And so there you have it. Those are some tips and some insights as to how I build my watch list, how I use them, and what I do with them for my trading. So if you guys are interested, have more questions, or want to learn more about these watch lists, come check us out at simplertrading.com.